Hey guys, what's up? It's Max here, and today I'm going to be showing you 3 ways not to crease your Air Force Ones, or other shoes in general. These are pretty fresh Air Force Ones. I've had them for about a month now, and I think they're not as creased as they could be. I'm going to be showing you not 1, not 2, but 3 ways to prevent these guys from creasing. So let's get into it. So guys, the pretty much number 1 essential tip that you guys should know to not crease your Air Force Ones is simply don't wear them at all. If you don't want to crease your shoes and you just want them for display, then you gotta just not wear them at all. It's as simple as that. Just don't wear your shoes if you don't want them to crease at all. But I have 2 alternatives after this if you want to wear them and just show them off, so we'll get into that right now. So that was the first one. Just don't wear them at all if you don't want them to crease, because that'll prevent it and it'll look a lot better. The second tip to not crease your Air Force Ones or any other shoe is to actually get these things. They come in the boxes from your shoes, you know, the insert things to make sure they keep their shape. You want to keep these, and I wouldn't recommend wearing these actually because they kind of feel uncomfortable. So basically what you want to do is you put them in your shoe and then it keeps the shape, and after one wear of them you want to put these in your shoe. If you're really conscious about it, just keep it in your shoe for a long period of time, and eventually it'll go back to its original shape, because as you can see there's just like a slight decline in this shoe, and I've worn these way more than 10 times. As you can see, it's pretty dirty at the bottom. This other pair of Air Force Ones that I have not creased at all. These are the lows, if you guys are wondering. Nobody gets mids, so that's why I don't have the mids. So I'll just show you how I put them in. So putting them in is very simple. All you do is, just put it in your shoe like that. I mean, you can cut off the back part if you want, but I would not recommend wearing these at all because it's very uncomfortable, I'd have to say, and it's very thick, and if you sweat a lot with your feet especially, it's gonna probably make it soggy maybe, so I wouldn't recommend that at all. But as you can see, if you just compare these two, if you guys can see, definitely this shoe has the inserts in it, and see, if I try to crease it, it won't do that at all, and it keeps the shape. I'm actually putting a lot of pressure on it. You can see a little crease here. That was from before, but so I'm putting a lot of pressure as I can on the shoe, and it won't crease. But this shoe, I don't want to crease it too much, but as you can see, it's creasing a little bit more. It's more flexible. But if you keep that in there, it keeps its shape. It's a better alternative, and you don't really have to do anything because it already came with the shoe. If you don't have that, however, I'll show you another alternative in tip number 3. Okay, so tip number 3 for not creasing your shoes at all is you need this thing. You need a folder, one of these plastic folders, as you guys can see, this material. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a outline from paper first, and then you're gonna put it inside of your shoe. You can actually wear these. It's not as thick as the cardboard, so it's easier, and you can even poke holes through it if you need for some air things if you sweat. But otherwise, I think it's a good option. I use them personally right now, not make my shoes crease at all, but still you want to just be careful stepping in things. Make sure you're not creasing it too hard. If you really don't want to crease these shoes at all, don't wear them to sporting events, or don't wear them when you're doing something with activity, because that'll just make them crease a lot more. Now I'm going to be showing you how to make those plastic insole things. Okay, so for these plastic things, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna basically measure. You get a piece of paper. I don't have a piece of paper with me right now, but you put a piece of paper on here, you trace it. It's as simple as that, and then you cut out the shape of it. I already have it right here. That's what I did to make those over there. My shoe personally right here is size 9.5, whatever fits, but make sure it's about the size. It can be a little bit bigger, preferred if it's a little bit bigger. And to be honest, this part right here, see this arch, you don't need to cut that part out, because that's kind of difficult too, in my opinion. So you can just keep it straight like that. Okay, so these things right here, they were the finished product of cutting out from this paper one. These two were originally in my Air Force One highs, and I think they are pretty nice, but I feel like they still do crease a little bit right here. In my Air Force One lows, I learned my lesson, and I used the same exact template, but what I did was I just kept this part here, and I didn't cut it out at all, and I even kept a little bit more here so it didn't crease as much, and that definitely did help, because I've worn these shoes at least 5 times before, and look at the creasing, it's barely anything. But of course, when you wear your shoes, you're gonna get some creasing in it. I think it just helps overall, because when you put it in, it goes right about to there, and you want it to cover up. You want the sneaker shield to cover up to here, because it could crease over here too. That's just preventing it and adding an extra barrier that's a little bit stiffer. So basically, you use this red folder. What you do is you put the paper on, and then you cut it out, of course. See, I have that the cutouts right here. I just cut it from this folder that I had. Make sure it's that plastic material, because it does help a lot. I personally didn't poke holes in here because I don't sweat that much, and I'm going to be showing you now. I'm going to put them in and I'll show you the difference in creasing. Okay, so I'm going to be putting these sneaker shields in my Air Force One lows right here. So basically you just bend it a little bit, as you guys can see, and then you put it in the shoe just like that. Reach your hand in the shoe. Make sure you touch the very tip of the shoe because you want to get it all the way up. And I'm going to put the other one in now. Okay, I have the other one in. So the bigger it is, the easier it will slide in, because if it's smaller, and that's why I didn't like this at all, because I found this was a lot smaller, and this indent right here, I feel like it was just harder to fit it in and curve it to like that, and I felt like they would fall out. On that same note about falling out, the big ones that I just put in here, they do not fall out whatsoever, and unless you really rip your foot out of the shoe, it's not going to fall out. So I have them both in actually. But I'm going to show them on feet, and I'll just compare them actually. So I took one of the sneaker shields out. I'll show this one has the sneaker shield in, and this one does not. So I'll show them on feet right now. Okay guys, so this one does have the sneaker shield, and this one does not. Okay, like I said before, this one has the sneaker shield, and this one does not. With the sneaker shield, see, it does crease still a little bit right here. I don't want to crease it too much, but then the creases, they just go away later. And then this one does not have the sneaker shield in. As you can see, it's a much more significant crease than this, but not too much. From a distance, you can't really tell. Like if you look at it from the side, it's not too bad. I feel like the sneaker shield does help a lot. Oh yeah, and I also just wanted to show you guys, after I took them off my feet, there's a sneaker shield still in here, but as you can see, it was creasing. Like the shoe is actually creasing like over here before. Here, you can barely see that crease right now unless I put pressure on it. As you guys can see, it's coming up a little bit, but as you can see, it's like going back into its regular shape, and you can barely see the crease right now. From before, see, the shoe's a little bit more creased because I didn't have the sneaker shield in, but especially with the lows, that's what I find. The highs, I don't really find that there's like that creasing line, rather it's like a downward slope sort of. But if you apply all of these tips, then the creasing won't be as bad, I feel like. But there is no essential way to prevent the creasing in your shoes unless you just don't wear them at all and you just want them for collecting. But if you want to wear them, then you should apply these tips. Use definitely this cardboard piece if you need it to keep the shape of the shoe when you're not wearing it. Also use the sneaker shield when you are wearing it. It's just an extra barrier, and it's just a lot better than just wearing the shoe without a sneaker shield at all. But anyway guys, that was it for this whole entire video on 3 ways you can prevent your creasing on your Air Force Ones. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. This is my first sneaker video that I did on this channel. If you guys like this and you like sneakers too, then definitely be sure to subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. Be sure to drop a like on this video also, because this took me a long time to make and also to come up with these ideas. Hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.